Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Coach T's Hard Knock School of Business, where business knowledge meets street knowledge. That's right, where business knowledge meets street knowledge. Look, you already know what to do. That's right, you already know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. That's right, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Look, man, so here's the deal. We've been talking a whole lot about how to start a business. We've been talking a whole lot about how to start a business, and right now we about to finalize how to start a business. We about to finalize this thing so we can move on into what it's going to take to really grow that business, all right? But here's the thing, that last step, that last little bit of paperwork, that you're going to need to start a business bank account, or you're going to need to open a business bank account. Tough decisions. But first, before we even talk about opening the business bank account, what are you going to need? The EIN. We've already talked about that. If you don't remember what an EIN is, or you're not quite sure, go back to my video on how to create an EIN, how to get your EIN. You're going to need your tax ID number. If you don't remember what to do to get a tax ID number, go back to the video on how to create a tax ID number, or where to get a tax ID number. I'm giving it to you, baby. It's free information. I'm giving it to you. I get it free, so I'm giving it to you free. Nobody's charging me, so I ain't charging you. I'm telling you where to get it from. Okay, the EIN, the tax ID number, those are two things you're going to need for your business bank account. Now, your LLC, your sole proprietorship, your corporation, your business entity, your LLC, your corporation, your sole proprietorship, your partnership, your business entity, the business entity information. You're going to need that when you go to the bank. You're going to need to have all that paperwork. You're going to need to have your tax ID information, your EIN information, and you're going to need to have your registration from the state that you're in, the state that you registered your business in. You're going to need that business entity certification, registration information. Okay, you're going to need that business entity registration information, the one that comes from the state that says, yo, you're a legitimate, recognized business by the state that you're living in. Now, here's the deal. Choosing a bank to open up your small business bank account with. Look, for me, it was tough. Making sure that I chose the right bank. And I'm going to tell you, 90 times out of 100, I chose the wrong bank. 90 times out of 100, I chose the wrong bank. I don't want you to make those same mistakes, so I'm giving you this information, and I'm giving it to you for free. Listen, starting a small business, don't go out there and open up a bank account with the biggest bank in the world. The reason being is you want to be able to set up a banking relationship with someone that's going to be able to provide you some financial resources down the line. Whether you need them or not, you want to be in position to be able to receive some financial resources. Those resources being lines of credit, credit cards, interest-free checking, interest-free banking, period. But the biggest deal is lines of credit, credit cards, and business loans. You're going to want lines of credit, credit cards, and business loans from the bank that you've established your relationship with. Just imagine, man, you go out there, you open up a business bank account, and you've been banking with these guys for 10 years. Now all of a sudden you want to borrow $10,000 or even get a small business loan for $100,000, and they tell you, oh, well, you haven't been with us long enough, or oh, you don't do enough business with us. Or they even say, hey, you need to provide 30% rather than 20% of your own money. You need to provide 30% down rather than 20% down. Imagine how that's going to make you feel. Just imagine how it's going to make you feel. You're going to be teed off, I'm telling you. So here's the deal, man. Look, you want to go out there and you want to open up your bank accounts with smaller to medium-sized banks. Those banks that are right there in your city. Those banks that are right there in your neighborhood. Those banks that nobody else in the country even knows about but you. Because that bank is not providing money or doing business anywhere else but inside your community. That's very important because you're building relationships. Okay, and when you walk into a bank and you talk to that small business banker, that banker, that personal banker, they tell you that they're a relationship manager. They're managing relationships, and that's what you want. You want somebody that's really managing relationships and really care about doing business with you. So open up your initial account with a small to medium sized business, with a small to medium sized bank. Now, the next thing you want to do, you want to get a checking account and you want to get a savings account with that bank. You want to get a checking account and a savings account with that bank. The reason why you want to get a checking and a savings is because you're going to want to move money from account to account. You're not going to, well, I'm not going to say you're not going to. In most banks, you're not able to move money between personal accounts and business accounts. Now, you can probably do it strategically. You could probably pull it off. But in order, you want to be able to move money from your checking to your savings. For instance, you may have automatic bills that you pay or automatic drafts that come out of your checking account. If you do have automatic money coming out of your checking account, sometimes there become issues and you want to stop those payments. But it may be just a little too late to stop those payments at the last minute. So you want to be able to move that money from your checking to your savings. Now, I'm giving you some good information. You can take it how you want to take it, but I'm giving you some good information. Sometimes you want to move that money. Okay. Another thing is when you have a checking account and a savings account, what that allows you to do is if you have X amount of dollars in your savings account, but you may have a checking account where you probably need to have X number of expenses per month in order to maintain a minimum payment or a minimum cost of you having that checking account, you will be able to move the money from your savings to your checking. So just like you can move it from your checking to your savings, you might want to move it from your savings to your checking. The other reason why I like to use small banks is because they don't charge you as much, or the requirements are not as high as they are for the large banks. For small banks, they'll tell you that, well, typically they may require for you to have $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 minimum in your checking account at any one time. For larger banks, they may require you to have $3,000 in your account at any one time. And anytime you go below those limits, then there's a charge. That charge can be $5, $10, $12, $50 per month. So you want to make sure you know how much you're being charged per month if your checking account, if your business checking account is falling below the certain limits. That's very, very, very important. You may want to go out and open up or get a small business loan. In a lot of situations, in order to receive a small business loan, you've got to be in business for 2 years. In a lot of situations, in order to receive a small business loan, you have to be in business for 2 years. Now, that's not necessarily the case when it comes to, well, I'm not going to say any particular professions, but there's not necessarily the case all the time. In some cases for businesses, business owners, they must be in business for 2 years in order to receive a small business loan. Now, if you want more information about what type of businesses or setting up your accounts and that kind of stuff, and who getting business loans, please feel free to go over to my website, TerodRobinson.com. TerodRobinson.com. Schedule a 30-minute consult, and we can walk through this business banking session. But just to give you some more information on business banking. Now, what I suggest is not something that you have to do, but what I suggest is always open up more than one bank account. Always open up more than one bank account. You can have a small business bank account, and you can have a medium business bank account. You can have a small business bank account. You can have a large business bank account. But first, remember to open up a small business bank account, a bank account at a small bank. But if you want to open up one at a large bank, you can do that as well. But just make sure you have one. Do the majority of your work at a small bank starting out, until you get to the point to where they just don't have enough money for you, where they don't have enough resources, enough product for you, loans or credit wise. But always open up more than one bank account, regardless of what the excuses are. Somebody is always willing to do business with you. Trust me, I've done business with several different banks, and they've done big business with me, and it was simply because I had a relationship with them. Okay, and they could have used every excuse not to use not to provide me with a line of credit or with a business loan. But bottom line is, always open up more than one bank account. I would say 3, but at least do 2. At least do 2. All right. Now here's the deal. Again, you may go to the bank, or in one bank may not provide you with what you need financially, the financial resources. Another bank may not have the products that you need. But the bottom line is, you've got options. You've got options. Keep your options open. Whenever you go to the bank and definitely when you open up a small business account or a small business or a business account at a bank, the first thing they want to ask you is, so where else do you do? Where else do you bank? What difference does it make to you? What difference does it make where else I bank? The difference is they want to know where you bank because they want to get all your business. They want to get all your business. What they want to do is they want to eliminate all your options. Never let them eliminate all your options. You eliminate options. You don't let someone else eliminate your options. You do the eliminating. So therefore, you don't have to tell them where you bank. Oh, well, I'm just looking around. I'm just getting myself established. Or I'm in several places. I do business. I do banking in several places. Okay, that's not going to go against you because you're opening up a business bank account with them. So you're establishing a relationship. So by you saying that you bank in several places is not going to hurt you. Okay, it's not going to go against what you do. Okay, so you want to keep those options open. Again, if you want to talk about, if you really want to go deeper into why I think you should keep those options open, go to my website, TerodRobinson.com. Go to my website, TerodRobinson.com, and schedule a 30-minute consult, and we can talk about all the different reasons why I think it's best for you to have more than one bank account, and all the different reasons why I think you need to have as many options as possible. You say, Terod, if I go out there and open up more than one bank account, that means if I got to pay, if I have to have X amount of dollars in the bank account, then I may be paying $10 a month in one bank account because I can't put $2,000 or $5,000 in both bank accounts. True, I understand that. But $10 a month, that's the cost of doing business, baby. That's the cost of doing business. $10 a month. I mean, hey, that's just the cost of doing business. You write that off at the end of the year. Okay, I get it. Everybody, you just can't go out there and have multi bank accounts and multi-thousands and thousands of dollars in a bank account, and then you say, hey, I'm banking everywhere. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you put a small portion, maybe $100 or $200 into account. Whatever the minimum is for you to open up that second account, you do that. Whatever the minimum is to open up that second account, you do that, and you chalk that up as a cost of doing business. Now, that's still your money. It's not that you can't go get it, okay? But if you need to keep that money in that account in order to keep that account open, that's what you do. So again, that's a cost of doing business. But anyway, so here's the deal, man. If you got any questions about business bank accounts and how to set them up and what's probably the best account to use, I don't really want to give my personal opinion right now on which banks I think are best. But if you call me or go to my website and set up a 30-minute consult, I'm going to give you my personal opinion on how I feel about certain banks and certain banking products, and they're only my opinions. They're only my opinions. I'm not asking you to just go off and use what I say because of what I say, but because of my experience in dealing with banks and different types of banking products. I'm going to give you some real talk. I'm going to give you my personal opinion. So if you got any questions, you really want to go a little bit more in depth, just go to my website, TerodRobinson.com, and I'll be sure to give you what I have. Just set up a 30-minute consult. If you haven't, go out there to Amazon and check out my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. Pick it up off of Amazon. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. Personally, I think it's the best business book that's out. It's the best business book that's out there. But again, that's just my opinion. Anyway, thank you for visiting my channel, Coach T's Hard Knock School of Business, where business knowledge meets street knowledge. And I look forward to seeing you win again next week.